And speaking of technologies that bring people together, I love this learning language thing. Our next app also is something that brings people together. So what it does is, without stealing any of their thunder, it really enables this musical concert experience to be experienced by everyone across the world. And at the same time provides a real virtual reality DJ experience for a DJ. This is quite an amazing application. It's our third virtual reality project of the day. And without further ado, I invite you to tune in to this presentation.
Hello everyone, my name is Ben. This is Isaac, Samir, and Marcos. And today we're here to show why every music lover needs to have TuneN in their life. TuneN connects virtual DJs with their fans. And from there, they can be immersed in the music and the experience of mixing songs with the Google DayDream headset. DJs can hop into a virtual mixing booth, and from there, they can queue up their songs, and they can basically add them to the deck to play them how they'd like. As for the fans, what they can do is enter a live session. They can choose any live session that is on the home page. They can vote on the songs that they would like to hear, request them. They'll then be rendered into the DJ booth. The DJ can choose from these songs to play them. Once they're on the deck, this is when they can actually choose to mix them, crossfade them between the top one and to the bottom one. But overall, we achieved our goal with TuneN by basically removing the limitations on the shared experience of music. And now for Samir to talk about our tech stack.
Thank you, Ben, and hi, everyone. We're very proud of our tech stack because we had to learn a lot of new technologies, a lot of cutting-edge technologies in a very short amount of time to build this app. So we wanted to share that with you. As Ben said, we're using Google's DayDream headset and controller to provide a virtual reality experience for the DJ. For the listeners, we're using a web app running on the browser. We do use a lot of the Chrome's latest features and some experimental features, such as WebVR, Gamepad API, and Web Audio. Our app itself is built in React. We use A-Frame and A-Frame React for the VR piece, and React Redux to manage all of our state. For real-time communications, we're using a couple libraries. We're using WebRTC and RTC Multi-Connect to broadcast the audio from the DJ to all the listeners at the same time. And we're also using Socket.io to broadcast all the data itself, just the recorded songs or the number of listeners in a room. Our backend is a simple Express app using SQLite to communicate with our Postgres database. Yep, and that's our tech stack. And now Isaac and Marcos are going to share some of our fun experiences with these new technologies.
Thank you, Samir. Certainly, one of the most interesting things of our project was working with the new technology in a very young community. This virtual reality aspect certainly brought about unique challenges, such as manipulating a DayDream remote to our requirements and reproducing a real-time VR view of the DJ booth. We overcame these challenges by diving deep into the intricacies of the VR framework and exploiting them. We successfully integrated the DayDream remote by forking a third-party library and extending its logic to emit click events on intersected entities. Our real-time VR view of the DJ booth used client-side 3D rendering and WebSockets with Redux to keep a high frame rate for the user and lessen the load for the DJ device. And now, Marcus will talk about the song source and WebRTC.
Thank you, Isaac. Another interesting aspect in the development of TuneN was actually finding a song source. We looked into Spotify, but the Spotify API only gives you 30-second samples. So that's why we changed to YouTube. And aside the fact that YouTube actually gives you a search API, you can actually download an MP4 video. That's why in the server side we have the FFmpeg decoder to actually transform the MP4 video to an MP3 song and send it back to the DJ. And finally, we used WebRTC in the broadcasting portion, but WebRTC only lets you do peer-to-peer connections. That's why we use RTC Multi-Connect to do, which is a wrapper library around WebRTC to do broadcasting. And from there, we modified the DJ component to actually send the music to the listeners. So overall, it was a fun project, and I invite you all to tune in at tunein.com.tech. Thank you very much.
All right. So DJing is something that is actually really difficult, and some of the key integrations with YouTube and the visualizations and being able to actually use the internet to let DJs make it big is very impressive.
Yeah, the artist multi-connect. I think it's a problem that always happens with you. How do you sync up the audio? I think it's just another solution. Obviously, that was possible. There's a lot of other apps that just kind of all play at the same time and hope to sync them.
Yeah.
And using these brand new libraries, to think that all of these VR apps are built with React is incredible.
Pretty new.